Since the pilot aired nearly a year ago, I think it's about time we talk about catching up. We open up with Clay, the more reserved, introverted one, and his more boisterous friend, Rob the Mouse. Clay then tripping over himself, only to be given a hard time by this coyote wolf guy voiced by Kellen Goff. Clay clearly being mortified by this, while Rob keeps up that same energy totally unfazed. As an aside, this is a gorgeous pilot. I have such a weakness for those bold character outlines, especially while the backgrounds have a really nice gentleness to them. The lighting especially is beautiful. After school, Rob rocks up to Clay's house, absolutely jazzed for the club, or the community centre. Clay's mum chiming in telling Clay he's going. Again, and we're about 2 minutes in, and there's so much love behind every still, every expression, and every background character. After overpaying for the bus ride, Rob's now worried about impressing the ladies. Continuing building on these characters, we have this stark contrast between the two of them, with Rob being more of a people pleaser, Clay deeming him a pushover, and to prove Clay's point immediately, the ladies Rob's so keen on ask him to hold their jackets. And pretty much right away, there's this real contrast between where our leads are at and their classmates on the bus. Even Clay, who's twice the size of Rob, is about half the size of a lot of the other kids there. That, and from their perspective, they're all a lot more advanced than them, having Rob and Clay not quite be there yet, leading us to that title, I suppose. It actually quite reminds me of how I felt back in school. Again, beautiful lighting, especially right at the front of the club. The pair of them argue over the jackets, with Clay wanting to leave them behind on the bus, but Rob is determined to hold on to them. We get this great typical bouncer character, worried about someone's shoes, and we get the still of their feet. I just love hyper-detailed shots like this. Once they're in, they don't know what to do with themselves. Clay quite relatably wanting to find someone to sit down, whereas Rob wants to get talking to the girls from earlier. We get this cute little scene of him spinning about in his little stool, being looked down on by some people his own age. I found Clay deeply relatable here, particularly when I was around that age. Maybe not the yelling bit. Rob tries to mosey on over to the Kellen Wolf, him pretty quickly shattering Rob's confidence. Then Rob can't afford the $30 fee for the jackets to be held for him. Everything is just slowly wearing him down at this point. Meanwhile, Clay actually almost hits it off with someone, before opening his mouth, talking badly about his mum, walking away, nearly stepping on someone's girlfriend, which I'm only now realising is a nod to the "would you still love me if I was a worm" bit. Clay nearly having a panic attack before partaking in some drinking. Really fun little bit here. This is the point where the pair reunites, Clay now having a pretty great time, whereas Rob's completely bummed out by the reality of the situation. The girls Rob's been waiting for all night get thrown out of the club right in front of them, and he hands back their now pretty yuck jackets. The girls then hand it right back to him, basically and literally calling him a clothes rack. Rob actually sticks up for himself, or more so for Clay, telling them that he's got a friend to look after. Clay gets himself together really quickly, standing up for Rob, and Rob finally reaches his boiling point and throws the jackets in a puddle. The two of them finally letting go of all that tension, having a bit of a heart-to-heart, the both of them reflecting their own little character arcs, with Rob finally standing up for himself and Clay actually letting loose a bit. I can't wait to see where the series goes next.